you stay loyal in this business, you're gonna move up. You're gonna move up fast. Solomon.
And what's going on? It's your boy Joe Fontaine of Joe Fontaine Music. And I just got hit with an email in regards to Kontakt 5. So basically they want to know how to slice up samples inside of Kontakt, which is a pretty cool email. You know, I was glad to get that email. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you how to do mine. For example, I'll bring up Kontakt like this. This right here is like your little workspace, I guess you can say. What I like to do is bring in a drum loop. I had a drum loop that I had chopped up previously. Go ahead and bring that in right quick. Okay, now when this comes up like this, there's a wrench icon right here. Basically what you're doing is you're going under the hood, I guess you can say. Okay, so basically when you're going under the hood, this is where you're going to be doing all of your editing, adding effects, things of that nature. The wave editor tabs where you can edit your waves. This is the mapping editor where basically you're going to be bringing your sample. So if we go over here to map editor, you see right here, here is the drum loop that I just dragged in. Okay, you can go ahead and take this and you can double click on it, which will bring you to this screen. Okay, now it has all this garbage on here that I don't want. So just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to just make it really brief. I'm just going to take a kick and maybe a snare. So then that way, you know, if you're building a drum kit, you might just want to get a kick and a snare off of that. So you can demo your sample with these little play icons here, like this.
1, 2, 3, 4, get it!
Okay, so I heard right here, this boom, boom, crack. I want that. I want this kick, and I want this snare. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to edit that. So what I can do is I go over here under sample editor. Okay, you have 4 tabs here. You have sample loop, slice and sync, zone envelopes, and sample editor. I jump over here to sample editor. And from this point here back, I don't need, so just take it off. Okay. Now when I map this out, this little bit of garbage right here in the front can be a problem. So let me get that off, because that'll be some drama down the road when you're mapping it out. Okay, and I don't want this. I'll take that off. I mean, you can if you want, but I just want this. I want the boom, boom, crack. Okay, so from there, what we'll do is we'll go over to the slice sync tab. Okay, you're gonna need this drag Midi to host icon here, and I'll get to that in a second. Beats per minute. This really isn't gonna, you know, when I go in the grid here, I would say don't even worry about this right now for what I'm doing. You know, there's other methods where that can come in handy for how sensitive it's trying to auto detect the transients here. And it's giving the beat per minute based on these little slices, but I don't want that. I'm taking these off. So take these off like so. Just give me a sec. Oops. All right, now we got all those off. Now we got the loop. Okay, boom, boom, crack, right? All right. So now I want to add some little markers. Now you notice when I move my mouse, I get the little locator. It's moving up there on the screen like no matter what I do, it's following me. Okay, so you just go ahead and you add these in like so. Just give me a sec. Okay, you see how it added it there? Okay. You can move it around. Like, well, I put too many there. Hold on. Go ahead and take that off. Okay, like so. Okay, that last one's kind of tricky. So I got to slide it into place like that. Okay, so can move these around like that. Okay. All right, boom. Maybe I'll add just a little in the front because this one might, I kind of chopped this kind of tight. So this little one in the front right here, it might be just a little too tight. But this is just for demo, so we'll work with it. All right, so now we got the boom, boom, crack. Maybe I'll just adjust this a little more. I don't know why I'm trying to be so precise for just a demo, but anyway. Then use this drag MIDI to host icon here. Bring it up to your map and put it about right there. Okay. All right, and then put it over there, but don't worry about that. And we'll just jump on the grid. So it's important that you highlight the grid right here because this one we don't need. So we'll just, okay. When you go like this, it highlights this section. This is the original. You right click on that and this little dialog box comes up. I'm cutting that zone off because I don't want it. I want these. And I can see right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one I don't need. That's going to be a little piece of garbage. So I'm just going to hide it like this. And I'm going to drag this down to, see if this is exactly on C1. Okay. Now you see when I touch my MIDI controller, those little red dots that are lighting up over there, I want to be in that area there. So I know I want to be right here where it's saying C2. Okay. So an easy way to do that, let me just put my mic down for a minute because I'm going to need both hands so I can hold down the icon. Okay. So now when I tap right here, see that? All right, so we're on the map and we drop that down. And from that point, you're pretty much ready to get busy as far as that. You could jump down here. For example, let's say if we wanted to go and use, let's see, what do we want to do? Let's use Time Machine Pro because this is the new one for Kontakt 5. And you can tune it up, you can tune it down. Like say if you just want to like really bug out and get some bug out effects, I could drop that down maybe to like 5, like -5. See that? See, it's all in real time. I can speed it up. Speed up a little. Let's get ridiculous here. See, that's that. All that speeding up. I could tune it up. See, I can get really ridiculous with that. Bring the speed down a little bit more. Okay, so basically from here it's just to, salt and pepper to taste. Whatever you feel it needs to be. You got your pans here. Again, forgive me because I'm holding a mic, so I can't go as fast as I would like to. Your volume here, you can add effects. For example, let's say if we was to add solid GEQ, if I wanted to make it knock a little bit more. We could do that if we want to bring the highs up a little bit. You have all that at your fingertips. Bring up the lo-fi frequency a little bit. You got that control there. So you have a full range of devices right at your fingertips if you want to bust it out, add bus 1. Then when you come down here, you open up your instrument bus dialog, and this little icon here is lit up. Then if you want to, route that out, for example, to maybe a stereo channel out. You have that option as well. All right, so Kontakt 5 has a lot. So many features, probably too many just to list in this one little video. For example, you got your modulation down here. If you wanted to. Let me go ahead and drop this mic so I can do this a lot better. Right here is where you can adjust the modulation. Check it out. So that's what that's for. And, there's a wide, different variety of effects that you can add. Right here is your insert effects. So if I want to come down here and maybe add, maybe some effects, maybe like, let's see, maybe like a little reverb on it. Have that option. Different effects. Maybe if we want to dirty it up a little bit, we got a little distortion. That makes it kind of grainy. Jump over here, maybe, basically whatever you want. If you wanted to make it kind of sloppy. You slop it up. You want to get that real on point hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the attack and the sustain on that. If you want to give it more of a hip hop feel. Okay. So that's pretty much how you slice up your audio, vocals, whatever the case may be. You just map them up in here. Okay. Then from that point, what you can do, as you can see, we got that mapped in. Over here, you can jump over here to where you have this is a audio track. Over here is where you can create your audio tracks, MIDI tracks, whatever. And I'm just doing this for demo. I'm not going to put like a lot of tracks. I'm just using Live Light 8 right now, just so I can run through this right quick. But you can go right here to where it says audio from, select, Kontakt, like so. Now when I hit the keys, you see the post mixer. It's registering. It's getting the signal. Like so. So then from there, you just got to highlight this icon. I got my mic on, so I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. And let me lower this volume a little bit so it won't get too distorted here. Okay, so it worked with the mic on. Okay. So let's say, for example, now we have an audio track with Kontakt. We have a MIDI track here. I like to edit my MIDI, but if you're that good, you can just press record and record your audio here or your MIDI here, whatever you want to do. For example, let's say if I was let me just get like a little thing going here so I can show you. Okay, And just take this one off, take this one off. Okay. And the reason for this, oh wait, you know what? Dang, I did, hold on. Okay, let's get this one off. And get this one off. I was erasing the audio. I mean, I erased the MIDI when I was using the audio by mistake. So let's just use this for like a little one bar right quick. Bring this down, adjust the loop. All right, so we can come in here and let me get this a little more precise here. Because it's just for demo. And we'll bring this up a little bit so we can see this area a little bit better. Fold it over. And what we need to do is find those notes. Give me 1 sec. Because again, I'm, there they are right there. All right, so there's your MIDI notes. I'm just bugging out, but grab your pencil icon, then you see your snares right there on D2. So if you want to add your snares in, like so, and if your kick on C2, if you want to add a little kick like that, drop them on the ones or whatever. So then, this is for them. I'm not trying to make a beat or nothing. I'm just trying to get that to play right. You get the idea. I'm not trying to make a beat or nothing. You just come in here and you sequence your track out the way that you need to get it sequenced out, or your loop, however long you need it to go. And right here's the audio. So if you're good like that, you could just press record and play. Again, I'm not, trying to make a beat, so one bar loops going kind of quick. But you see right here, get this off. It got the MIDI notes right here, so you can edit your notes. Okay, and then down here, well, hold on, let me just get this. Consolidated. Then you got your warp markers down here. If you want to come in here and add your warp markers, and if you want to adjust the timing on that, basically whatever you want to do. Now you have the audio, so you can manipulate that, and you have the MIDI notes here. So you have two forms of audio manipulation techniques right here, and then from there you just go into basically whatever you want to do as far as trying to make everything a little bit more sweeter, mix whatever, if you want to sweeten up your drums or whatever you want to do. All right. So another feature I wanted to show you. Let me go ahead and take this off. Jump back over here to Kontakt. Is the studio drummer. Go ahead. I do a light kick. Okay. A lot of times when excuse me. A lot of times when you're doing your samples, you might want to come back and add some live instruments on top of your sample stuff like that. And Studio Drummer, to me, I figured I'd just go ahead and mention this right quick. It's an incredible drumming machine. I mean, it has an incredible GUI. It has over like 35 different grooves. the drum sounds were recorded at, I think, what was it called? The Teldec Studios in Berlin. They use like 18 different mics, 27 different velocities on each hit. Um, the hit articulation on this is incredible. Um, for example, you have different tabs down here. For example, if you use the mixer tab, you have each individual sound on its own separate channel, which is incredible by itself. For example, you have an EQ here. You have a transient master icon here. You have a compressor, a tape saturator to give that warm, not so perfect feel if you want to tame the audio levels and things of that nature, as well as you have a settings tab right here where you can adjust the reverb and things of that nature. You have buses, you have kit mics here. Incredible. Different grooves. It has this drag and drop audio icon here. Something similar to Machine. If you want to drag and drop your loops, you can do that. Effects routing. This kind of reminds me of the euphonic system console inside Pro Tools 10, where you can adjust the chain of the effects and the routing. That's incredible. You have a little Yamaha sub mic here. We can adjust the mics on the drums, the out mics. Let's see, let's go under. It's the Synology EQ right here where you can EQ, you have the different filters and, basically whatever you want to do as far as getting busy. You can choose some pretty amazing convolution reverb effects. Basically anything you want to do. You can adjust the mic, you can dial in, to your desired sound. I mean, this thing is incredible. Well worth the money. You have over 3,500 different grooves, as I mentioned earlier. If you're not too much of a drum player, you can go ahead and, drag and drop these grooves. You can adjust the tempo. You can slow it down, speed it up. You can adjust your swing, the tightness, if you want to tighten up some sounds. Just basically incredible. Right here is where you can adjust the velocity curves and your range and, the articulation. You can adjust that. Choose your different instrument. Those are the channels we just were looking at. So. If you want to switch up your snares or, things of that nature, if you want to switch up on that, you can change up different drum sets and cymbals and things of that nature. So again, this is your boy Joe Fontaine of Joe Fontaine Music. I'm not going to run too long on this one. You guys can come over and make sure that you join my website at www.digitalmusic.yolosite.com. I have a VIP membership, which is only $9.99. You can get in. You can get custom drum kits for Machine as well as Reason. And I have some Motif ES8 sounds. I'll probably do them in my next video. Look for my next video tomorrow. I'm going to do some Machine tutorials. I'm going to show you guys how to map the micro controls, the macro controls, I should say, and things like that. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in Machine, give you guys a little more advanced look into Machine. So be on the lookout for that video. It'll probably be up tomorrow or Wednesday, something like that. And yeah, we're gonna start going really in depth in Machine and start dropping those. And what I'll do in my VIP database, I'll throw in the Yamaha ES8 sounds, synths, orchestral ensembles, custom tune multis and things of that nature that I have. And we'll kind of throw those in there too. All right. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to run too long. I just want to hit my homeboy up. He's basically want to know how to use Kontakt to slice up samples. So that's pretty much it. I will see you guys on the next one.